All things brunch.
Yes, at 9:30 we often talk about food. Of course, as we mentioned early in the show, two Greensboro eateries were honored by the review site OpenTable when they named their 2023 top 100 brunch restaurants in the country.
That's amazing. And our Christina Evans was live at Green Valley Grill earlier this morning, the first of the two restaurants representing the triad. And now we get a look at the second. It's called Printworks Bistro. Another beautiful patio behind you, Christina.
Yes, Audrey Devante. My goodness, I'm so sorry, Brian. I guess I wanted to be 4 o'clock again this morning, and we're back on WXI. But no, we're here now at Printworks Bistro, and everything is going swell. We're outside again. Thankfully, the rain is holding off again, so we can show you this outdoor space that they have here as well. Another review by OpenTable letting us know that they're the top 100 restaurants in the country. It's amazing to kind of see Greensboro have this shine overall, but we know that this particular restaurant, Teresa, has a special place in your heart because, I mean, you got your start a couple 100 feet away from here.
Yeah, I did actually. I got my second job. I left high school, started college, and I needed to work my way through college at Proximity Hotel at the front desk as a guest services representative. So I've been with QW for 7 years, and it's been a really exciting journey. But yeah, here we are at another one of our outdoor rooms. This one we call our Creekside Terrace because we've got this lovely creek that runs just adjacent to this outdoor space. But one of the really fascinating things about dining out here, maybe it's not fascinating, but we're proud of it, is that it can be really comfortable even on a muggy Carolina day because of these awnings and the circulation provided from the fans. And so even though it might feel sticky, but once those fans are going and the umbrellas are up and the awning is obviously in place, then it can be a really comfortable space to enjoy and dine al fresco.
I have to say, like, this is more than another space that makes you feel like you're transported somewhere else. I mean, with the creek running through here, you can hear all the sounds of nature, which makes it a wonderful place to kind of be. And we know that you have a lot of special things also going on this summer as well at Green Valley Grill and here at Printworks Bistro, and a few special tie-ins. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, well, we've got a wonderful summer getaway package. If you'd like to come stay at the hotel and dine at the restaurants, it's got a special rate with some dining vouchers included. So it's really awesome, whether it's one night or 3 nights. It's a perfect little getaway while the kids are at summer camp or whatever. So think about date night, think about your significant other and how you might treat them or even treat yourself. We'd love to host and have you enjoy these spaces and dine with us and stay with us.
And also there's something called Mad Hatter. What is that all about? But that's over at Green Valley.
Yes, thank you so much for reminding me about that. At O'Henry Hotel, we do this wonderful annual event called the Mad Hatter Tea. One of our staff members named Ken Nash, he hosted as the Mad Hatter, and it's an opportunity to come and have high tea with us, but it's very family friendly, so a lot of people with children like to come and participate and sort of be part of this whimsical, escapism into sort of this
Alice in Wonderland. We can go down the rabbit hole and really see what it's like. And speaking of rabbit, maybe that's one of the things you have on your menu here. I don't know if I was just jumping out the window there, but I just wanted you to talk about the wonderful food that Printworks Bistro has.
Oh, it's got tons of wonderful things. So we've had hash in the past, but confit or be corned beef. This menu change come Wednesday. Some of our most loved things on the menu is French toast, the avocado toast. The French toast is made with challah bread, so it's like really moist and delicious. And steak frites, like, you can't get enough of just perfect tender hanger steak and some perfectly cooked French fries. So there's a diverse menu. We don't have rabbit at the moment. We might have in the past, but I'm not sure. I'll have to ask my colleagues. Yeah.
And I'm sure all the rabbits that are probably running around the area are thoroughly thankful that they don't have them on the menu. But when we're talking about these honors of just having being recognized by OpenTable, what do you think it is about your menus that makes you guys stand out so much here in the community and in the country as a whole?
Well, we're all about consistency and, high quality foods, but also doing it consistently well. And I think that's where our guests aren't disappointed, and our team is proud of the work that they're able to create because we appreciate what quality comes out of being able to do something well. So whether you're ordering the crispy chicken schnitzel or like the French toast, it should have consistency in it. And I think that when you do something well consistently, I'm saying that word 1,000 times, that's when you get good results, and that's how you get wonderful feedback, especially on platforms like OpenTable, where you become the top 100 within the country.
And it's also one of those times where you get to see people come back and for different seasons and experience those menu changes. And I know we only have a couple of seconds before we go, but you were probably a part of the design team as well. It's such a different feel, Green Valley on the inside to over here at Printworks Bistro. Can you sort of talk about maybe even the design aesthetic difference here on the inside that folks can sort of expect if they come out for date night or for brunch?
Yeah, I think that it was a slightly different design team. Bradshaw Orwell, who's a designer here in town, it was part of the team when this building was designed and erected in 2007. But I think the idea is the Green Valley Grill is all about this sort of English countryside manner, or the Henry Hotel is in Green Valley. It's like its Mediterranean sister, so it creates this really European and exciting place to be. Here at Printworks, it's more about it's a French-inspired cuisine meets industrial. So we're inspired by the origin of Greensboro's sort of textile mills, and when you look around at the design and stuff, but the food is French inspired, and so you get two different themes, and like that's fun too, because it's fun to sort of be able to create different stuff.
And my favorite part is that there's such close distance to one another and run by such a wonderful team. Thank you so much once again, Teresa. And again, here, if you'd like to come to Greensboro. You have two amazing options that have both made the top 100 on that OpenTable list. I'm sure we can call for those reservations here as well.
Oh, absolutely. Please give us a call. We'd love to have you.
Make sure you give them a call here at Printworks Bistro or over at Green Valley Grill, and make sure you check out all those summer happenings. I'm going to toss it back to you in the studio, Audrey, Brian. I know you're jealous that I get to be outside and experiencing all this, but I mean, you'll get your chance one day, I promise.